Christmas, done. New Year's, done. The holidays have finished, and that means that we are back to normal life. For many of you guys, that means back to school. And it's time once again to ponder some big questions. And I thought that for this year, for the start of this year, we all ponder on the same question: if your college degree is still worth it in 2021. Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to Scarcity Lifestyle, where we talk all things fitness, finance, and sometimes college. Guys, welcome back to another video. Great to see your guys' faces once again. And I know the topic sounds kind of bleak, but I am happy to see every one of you guys on this side of the new year. We're hoping for a better 2021 than last year. And with that, guys, I do hope that you guys have enjoyed this video so far. With that, I do ask that you guys leave a like, subscribe if you haven't, because we are doing great things. And I also recently started a Patreon account, which if you want to help support this channel monetarily and financially speaking, you guys can go ahead and do that. I'm gonna leave a link in the description below where you can go ahead and support this channel. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you for helping out the channel. Guys, let's move on to this video. With the global pandemic that was last year, almost everything that we now do happens online. That includes working and even going to school online. And a lot of the places that we wanted to go, we won't be able to dorm there. You won't be able to go there physically. You'll have to connect virtually through Zoom like the rest of the world. And it does suck because places like Harvard are not changing their tuition fees. They're staying the same. And for a couple of years now, people have wondered, is a college degree still worth it? And I want to talk about that today in 3 parts. The first part is, what does it mean to go to college? Why do you go to college? Every one of us go to college because you want to make more money, in turn because you want a better life. But take a look at this. While living expenses have gone up, the amount of money that you earn from your college degree has not really gone up. Take a look at this. In the real estate market, this is what's happened. Since 1970s, housing prices has gone up 782% in the past 50 years, which is an average increase of inflation of 4.19%. If you were to get a house the exact same in 1970 as you would in 2020, say in 1970 it cost $100,000, in today's standard it would be worth $882,000. That's insane how much it's grown. Now, it'd be alright if wages had increased as well. However, while wages have increased, they've only done slightly. The middle class back then used to earn a rough estimate of $40,000, while now the middle class earns a rough estimate of $76,000, which is not really much difference. While it is an increase, it's nothing compared to what it should be. If it would have scaled and kept going according to the inflation, then the minimum wage should be approximately $19 right now, but it's not. Here in California, it's $13.25. Now, while the cost of living has gone up tremendously, wages have not followed suit, and your employer still pays you as much as they would in 1970. Now, of course, if you go to college and you get a 4-year degree, of course you will be getting 164% more than someone who doesn't. But can someone who doesn't go to college make the exact same amount of money and get the exact same job as someone who goes to college? The answer is meh, because in some places, of course, you can't. You need to go to school to become a doctor, to become a lawyer. But places like Apple, places like Google, IBM, they do not require for you to have a college degree in order to enter. Now, all you need is basically some work experience, because right now, work experience is valued over a college student. So imagine that. You go to college for 4, 6, 8 years, and then you come out with no work experience because you focused all your time to going to school, and then you go to an employer and they tell you you have no work experience, so we're going to go to the next person. And you might think that's crazy. That's not true, but it actually is, because 53% of college graduates, they're actually not going and getting a job. A lot of them have to go and work jobs that don't require a BA, like going to McDonald's or going to Jack in the Box, just to make a living until they're able to get a job that does suit them while they gain that work experience. work experience right now is valued over over education. So take someone who wants to work at Google, for example. At Google, all you have to know is how to be an engineer, how to be a social person. They even offer some classes where you can go ahead and take them in about 2 weeks. Then you could probably even be hired at Google to be making incredible wages and be able to earn their incredible healthcare. Before, you had to do so much more. You had to go to school, you had to learn all these things. But now, because everything is online, you can find so many things. Everything is virtual now. Everything is virtual now. That means you have no excuse to why you don't know something. Now everything is accessible to us, which as well brings me to the next thing, student loans. It says that an average of roughly 70% of students will end up getting student loans. 70%. So almost 3/4 of everybody that's gonna be going to college will be getting student loans. The average amount of student loans is $30,000 per year. So imagine if every year you have to be getting student loans. So multiply that by the amount of years that you're going to be there, and that's probably how much you're going to be owing the universities. You have to understand, wow, that's crazy. Now we come and we talk about this and we think about it because, like, man, is it really worth it? Is it worth it? The answer is, well, it really depends on what you're trying to do. This video is not about having you drop out of college. No, on the contrary, this video is about getting you to reaffirm your thinking and know what is it that I want. Because you might be going to college right now simply because your parents are forcing you. Especially if you come from a Latino household. If you don't go to college, man, you're a disappointment. Because going to college, but you don't know what you want, well, instead of making a future for yourself, what you're doing is you're wasting time and you're wasting money. Figure out what is it that you want to do. Are you trying to help people? Are you trying to be financially stable? Because if it's the latter, what's going to happen is that you're going to go and waste your time and you're going to get a job where you're miserable and you're not going to be able to do everything that you want. I would recommend to you to open up your own online business. Start your online business, start a side project, because that is going to make you more money than anything that you're going to be able to go and get from college. It's more scalable. Everything's online. You're able to reach more people than you are from being an electrician and going place to place. But if you want to be like a doctor, then of course you need to go to college. You need to have that. It is worth it for you because you will succeed. And college and doctors are pretty well compensated. Not as much as I believe they should be, because they save lives. They literally are the ones that have fought this whole time to keep the country floating with this pandemic. They deserve a lot more money, but I believe that they are crucial. And if you're trying to be a doctor, guess what? I think it is worth it. But if you don't know what you want to do, I don't think you should go to it. I think you should take a step back, look at your cards, and really evaluate, what is it that I want to do? Back when I was younger, I wanted to be a police officer. But then I remember in the 2012 Baltimore riots, I saw how the cops were being treated and how it just broke out completely. It really discouraged me, and then I started looking at other options. And then I came to what was architecture, and then I came into interior designing, and from there is where I came to learn a little bit more about real estate, and that's where my ultimate end goal finally lies in real estate. Guys, I had to do that little bit of soul searching. Of course, you're not always gonna get it on the first try, but hey guys, while editing, the final part kind of got messed up. It got kind of corrupted, so I'm having to record this again. But what I was kind of resuming at that point was, it's not just do what they tell you to do, but actually follow what you want to do. So is the degree worth it? I don't know, you decide that. Guys, that's gonna be it for today's video. Thank you for joining me today, and with that, I'll be seeing you guys next time. Everything that I mentioned is gonna be in the description below. With that, take care. First try. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.